know how I do.
Let's get cracking!
Welcome back, everybody, to our action for the D2CL and what is almost the end of a very, very long day of Dota. We started, or at least I did, at 7 AM in the morning over here, and we've crossed over the 13.5-hour mark for the live stream. I hope you've been enjoying the action today. I know a lot of people are watching over on Dota Red right now, watching some hell of, some amazing Dota. I can't wait to actually pick apart the VODs for those matches. But for now, we're wrapping up our last D2CL series for the night. So the Power Rangers going up against Team Empire. Team Empire, they've only had, well, one loss so far in their tournament, and that was even just a draw, only losing a game to Alliance. And now they're going up against Power Rangers, the team which has always been known as the team that topples the giants, but seems to fail up against a lot of the smaller fry out there. But right now, Power Rangers don't seem to be having any kind of problems like that as we go into our draft for the first game of this series. And Team Empire have been given a very, very dangerous hero. Not a hero, though, which has been proved to be as dangerous over on the Radiant side, however, because there's no easy just jump into the Roche pit, but it's mainly giving a hero like Lycan to either Silent or even to Resolution. Resolution actually plays quite a mean Lycan on that safe lane. It's also because it goes back a little bit to when he used to be playing carry for IC Cup, which was a while back. And wait, I think I've actually fixed my stutter on that one too. I'm not going to say it incorrectly like I used to, because if I do that once, I'm going to do it forever again. So yeah, let's not do that. As far as, yeah, this game goes, the Bat Rider as well. Oh, it's just signature day. Mag will have his initiator from the Bat Rider. Power Rangers have got the Razor as well as the Shadow Shaman. Two very strong laners and nothing to be scoffed at. The Razor's actually really quite good. But the thing is, with the Team Empire lineup, the indecision which we saw from Power Rangers in the first two games from today are not going to play out the same. It's not going to be, like, given as much space as, like, a Cloud9 lineup. They go for lane control, they go for farming, they go for more just, we control this and then we hit our timing and then we win the game. Team Empire, they have elements of that, but they never back down from the engagements. They really just keep pushing and pushing and pushing you until you have to respond to them. So you can't go lineups that take time to come online. They destroy them too easily. The only thing which I think Team Empire is a little bit concerned about is just what happens if there is some kind of momentum coming the way of Power Rangers. So they ban out the Nature's Prophet. That'll give them the split push that Power Rangers would be searching for. And the Viper was also being banned out. With both Viper and Razor on one side, it might be a little bit too much for any kind of, like, roaming combination to deal with. The Bat Rider Lasso, you already need to have, like, the straight follow-up. And hey! Enchantress pickup! Oh, I've missed this hero. I've really missed this hero. Seeing her interference in lanes everywhere. It's one of those heroes that just, she brings something warm to my heart. Yeah, should be the Enchantress pickup with the Shadow Shaman. A lot of early power to push. And Team Empire are going to be staring down this going, well, oh, well, okay, let's just hold the phone and see what the hell they're actually building into right now. Because with an Enchantress pickup and a Shadow Shaman, the ability to force the early towers is very easy. The ability to also control lanes becomes a lot easier too, because Power Rangers is capable of diving behind that tier 1 tower in the top lane for the Radiant side with an army of the Enchantress creeps. Smoke up, go underneath any kind of observer wards, watching the top river, and you basically just destroy whatever you're going to find. And maybe Team Empire's answer to that is be a little bit more aggressive. So Ancient Apparition in combination with the Howl, this may actually be Resolution's Lycan. The other option is they try and go for another controlling hero. They can go for Rubik, for example. Synergizes really nicely with the Ancient Apparition. and they go with the Lycan towards the top lane. That's another option. They could actually just do it with the Bat Rider too. Nothing would stop you from doing that if you want to get something more that's favorable on the off lane. You've still got Tidehunter in the mix-up as well.
5 seconds remaining.
That's an option.
Reserve time.
Power Rangers now with their 4th pickup. How much do they want to commit to this? Do we get heroes like Luna starting to appear and to force down the lanes? But that might also be rather problematic if that Ancient Apparition is going to be an aggro tri-lane coming out from Team Empire. Because they could even just leave the Lycan on the bottom lane. Grab yourself... Although actually the Mirana was banned out, so they don't have her combination with that. Which would have worked really nicely. Because he could have had like AA, Rubik, as well as Mirana. Just destroying whoever they found on the lanes. But Team Empire have a lot of options anyway. So I don't think they feel pressured by this at all. Even if it's just going to be a safe lane, they could grab themselves an Enigma and just force the lanes out when they're ready. Use the Ancient Apparition, try and zone out the offlaner, which is now a Centaur. And Rubik's looking better and better as every single hero gets picked up by Power Rangers. But it may not be enough. It's enough damage. You got Chilling Touch, you got Howl bonus damage, you got Fey Bolt with the extra bonus from the Howl. Yeah, you're good. You're perfectly fine for that. Alright, so Team Empire.
10 seconds remaining.
Their 4th pickup is got to be coming in, and they got to have some conviction behind
5
this.
seconds remaining.
You've already got an Ancient Apparition selection. So you have potential to go aggro tri-lane. They've definitely got potential. And hey! There's the man. It took forever to wonder about him, and now he's been selected. So, Rubik will be the man coming to the front lines. As far as this Team Empire lineup goes. But what do they use like in combination for this? There's not that many heroes out there which are left which they would really enjoy. Actually, the Luna being banned out by Power Rangers, so maybe they were expecting with a Luna aura buff up and the Chilling Touch bonus damage and then the Howl on top. Okay, that I can understand, but that's going real old school. As far as the amount of damage pumped out there, you could have gone for something more like a Vengeful Spirit if you really wanted to stack up the auras. And that would have been your Magic Missile stun to go with the Ancient Apparition. But if it was any other team but apart from Team Empire, I probably would have been suggesting just the Vengeful Spirit. But it's the fact that this is Team Empire. Always Wanna Fly plays a brilliant Rubik. Absolutely brilliant Rubik. So I'm always happy to see him play it. But, in this case, he's got a lot of good abilities to steal. He'll be looking for anything and get his paws on. That's now with our 5th man coming up from Team Empire. What would Power Rangers really want here? They're looking for one last call. They got your offlaner, you got the Razor. The Ember Spirit will be difficult to lock down, but not impossible. You've still got a lot of control there. And the Ember Spirit would have made it so Power Rangers would have really hit their mark long time ago. I mean, a long time into the game. But we get a Meepo. We get a Meepo pickup. Wow. That's one way to do this. So the Meepo selection. He'll be bouncing himself across this map, but at the same time, this is not... I'm very concerned about Meepo. Sure, there's not a lot of AoE control, but there's a lot of target-specific damage which is coming out from the Rubik. A lot. So, Team Empire now. Last selection. And it's the Gyrocopter. Its AoE control is perfect in combination with the Rubik Dragback. It's also a really good aggro tri-lane hero to function with this line from Team Empire. They will not back down. You see a Meepo, you do not give him space. You do not give him space whatsoever. So into the game we go, and Power Rangers on the back of a Meepo. Maybe they will have enough power that they can come out on top. If not, well, I wish them all the best of luck, because Team Empire will snowball with this lineup. And they're going to snowball hard. The Centaur up against the Lycan. The Lycan will probably just try and man mode up against the Centaur. Centaur's going to have actually quite a good time on that lane.
10 seconds remaining.
But it's not going to be... Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know if Lycan or Centaur would really end up winning on that lane. It'll depend on who, yeah. Maybe they should switch it around a little bit. You could actually just put Mag to the bottom lane, but then the Batrider doesn't really like going up against Centaur, because he wants to be able to sticky napalm him up and then Firefly over the top, and then you're in range of Centaur to go Hoof Stomp and Double Edge. And that's the kind of damage you're really not looking to go up against. Team Empire, though, will move aggressively. They're trying to get themselves up this ramp quickly. So they're going to attempt to ward up the Enchantress camps. We have sentries on to always on a fly. And the one observer ward there for Mag. There's a lot of pings. They're like, can you come down here and put the ward right there? Okay, okay. It looks like Moon was literally being pinged to a point like a bot. So observer ward actually a really nice position to get vision of whoever's moving around here. And that's going to be it. That observer ward watches for the ganks in towards the mid. It watches the Enchantress and whatever creeps she'll grab, but doesn't actually block up any of the camps.
To battle.
So good luck, have fun, get to come out. As Power Rangers, they will have, yeah, Cheshire Cat off lane. Shashlo will be the Meepo in towards the mid. We just stick the Enchantress in the jungle with J4 supporting Shadow Shaman, and then Moon as the Razor. While off lane Mag, we actually have Resolution in the middle lane, and that leaves a safe lane tri-lane of Always on a Fly, Solo, as well as Silent, but I would not expect them to remain here for long. These two heroes will be rotating whenever they possibly can. And Solo's already moving up to scatter, we just stick. He's got an illusion rune too, which might be able to like just do some semi-blocking. There's no one that can really take out the the ancient sound.
Such mimicry.
Lost check sound on stream. Okay, I seem to be fine for now. If I have any errors, let me know. Tubby1 Dota, tweet me it out. According to everything I have, I'm fine here. Maybe it's over on the Russians live stream. So Cheshire Cat. Nice illusion rune with Hal bonus damage. That's just a couple of extra Rubiks coming into the fight up against the Centaur War Runner. And they go over the Observer Ward, so seeing a Hellbear, it's probably just looking for when they smoke up. Because you're not going to come in here with sentry wards. So that ward actually scouts out when the smoke gank will come. And that'll tell everyone else to be a lot more defensive. For now though, it's getting up in their face. Moon probably wants to buy a stick sometime shortly. If he can just get that last hit in, there we go. One way to zone him back. Cheshire Cat again getting zoned out. He's going to get no CS on this bottom lane. The only thing he's searching for is experience. While the middle lane, Resolution is this Lycan. Man-moding up against the Meepo. Didn't go for any of his summon wolves. Only because Meepo looks like he's doing this to force the lane out a little bit harder. While Solo's finding some good experience in the jungle. Just a quick pull through, denies a lot of experience in the way of Cheshire Cat as well. But more importantly, is trying to find that level 3 over on the Rubik. So he's able to have the burst damage coming up from the Fate Bolt, as well as the telekinesis for control. That looks to be his goal at the moment. And Mag, well, up to level 3. Having a rather, well, I don't say great time as the Batrider. But he's not getting shut down nowhere near as badly as the Centaur. And this Enchantress hasn't really picked up anything else apart from now a smoke gank, but that's going to be the first blood with the help of J4. The cold feet is over, and the Shadow Shaman is going to stick around. He's going to get snapped by this, but at the same time, it was a good movement from Power Rangers. And caught Empire completely unawares. Not only that support hero completely unawares. So Resolution with his bottle up and running. Silent. Still back to his farming too. 15-5 and then you got 15-3 in that middle lane for the Lycan. Not to mention Resolution's got easy access over towards the camps. Cheshire Cat. Now Hoof Stomp. J4 shackles again. They're holding onto the double edge as long as they could, and then Silent comes in. He's already used his flag cannon, but the Rocket Barrage will be triggered off. J4 will go down here. But it's still a 2-for-1 in favor of Power Rangers overall. With a 1-1 trade during this engagement. Cheshire Cat going to cut through the tree line. Silent. Not 100% certain which one he wants to try and kill off. He doesn't have the movement speed for both. So just try and bring down the Hellbear Smasher instead. And well, I'm not quite sure what those nets are really for. Meepo spamming out a hell of a lot of mana for all of this. He's going to bring both, well, just one of his Meepos down. It's the DD room, which he'll hold on to, but then always going to fly. Great denial. That observer wall is watching the movement so closely of this Meepo. The wall positioning is really quite nice. They can see any kind of rotation coming out from PR until they smoke up like they did. Now, the observer wall they put inside the dire side jungle team Empire was just meant to be, like, if you went for a standard smoke position to gank up the top lane. Now Mag even steals the 4-minute rune. So the DD rune gets denied, the 4-minute rune gets swiped. And Mag can't even do anything with it, doesn't own a bottle. Not at the moment, at least. Well, Resolution's got his Ring of Basilius and the bottle coming out to him. So they're going to build into a Vladimir's offering. Already has the basic Ring of Regeneration. As Moon really trying to zone out Mag. Remember, he's still got this Firefly up and running. So he's a rather intimidating, like, hero. Until, like, obviously you realize 3 points already up in Plasma Field means that there's not enough life points for this Bat Rider to survive. He didn't get Tranquil Boots early on. And he didn't want to back up at this point either. Like, he's losing a little bit of experience from the creep wave here. Well, they're going to smoke up on top of the... Maybe this time around. Look for an extra creep. It's just Satyrs. A lot of mud golems being picked up as well by these camps when they just double stack it up. And Ogre Frostmage is not what we just sick of searching for. So they're just going to try and farm it up instead. Ether Shock's still available for J4 if, yeah, okay, there we go. If he wants to give a good hand. While Solo continues on his pulling. A little bit of unusual timing for the pull, but the speed null still came all the way down. So Resolution, well, shredding the CS in the middle lane, Shashlo, are really getting on control of the Lycan. But at the same time, he's still finding his levels. And he can't really go into his own jungle and start farming up inside that and then just, like, push back down to the lane. Because if he starts doing that, then he's going to restrict the movement of the Enchantress. And the Enchantress can't really go into the Radiant jungle right now because it's rather a dangerous place. Cheshire Cat's waiting for the 6-minute rune. Is he going to get it this time around? The top rune's being watched by Mag. And it's an illusion rune for Mag. He's also running a bottle this time around, which is a lot more effective for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, this is how Resolution deals with the lane. Farms up into the jungle, and then uses Lycan Morph to try and get last hits in the lane. And he's actually got his full Vladimir's offering 6 minutes in. This is why I said before he plays a very mean Lycan. You're seeing the proof in the pudding right now. And the push on the bottom lane, Silence. Got to shift the aggro off a little bit quicker than that. Needs some extra healing. Does someone have a salve? No, there's got some shared tangos they can give him. But that's all. But they made the fortification out. Centaur still nowhere near. Like, Cheshire Cat is a long way away from having this Blink Dagger. But he is going to approach level 6 pretty quickly with a big creep wave like this at the tower. And now the movement came in through the rear. The call down trying to buy some space, but Solo in a lot of trouble. But then with the call down, it's a lot of damage to the flag cannon going into the Meepo. The 70 life points to survive. The Ancient Apparition not being as lucky. Another good rotation coming out there from Power Rangers. While Moon's playing around with Mag on the top lane. Resolution's going to smoke himself in and go for Roshan. Now, does Power Rangers scout this out? Now, they're going to realize that he's disappeared, but with the attacks coming up towards the top lane with Mag, Fly, and Solo all there, this might just keep their attention elsewhere. And Silence gets to really push this bottom lane, keep Cheshire Cat low, so he doesn't want to come over and contest up against Resolution. He keeps going to work on the big man. Level 4 walls are enough. The Observe ward's going down by J4. Does he have a sticky beak? Not for now. Resolution's still getting away with this. No one from Power Rangers. Now J4, he comes in, has a look, and realizes the problem. And Resolution just triggers the ultimate. He's going to try and get a quick pick off here on the Shadow Shaman, where the center ulti will be used to get him away. The Wolves are keeping up with him. Not to mention the big man. The Wolves, they're close enough. The Shadow Shaman will go down. Always want to fly here in the middle lane too. But Roshan's sitting at 2,800 life points. I think Meepo, well, thought for a moment he could go in then, but decided against it. Also interesting to see Meepo walking around with a point booster to start with, not going for the pure stats. Instead he actually goes for the point booster. Because normally as a meepo, you're looking to level up your stats to start with. Even to a point, like even when you're building a heart, you don't get the full heart, you just get the Reaver. And when you go for your Shiva's guard, like for your Skadi, if you're going to go into that, you need to get a couple of ultimate orbs.
Radiant's bottom tower
And that will be what the point booster will eventually go into. And for now, it just keeps only one meepo a little bit more buffed up. So Resolution now having his treads arrive. He still wants to finish up Roshan. He's regenerating up pretty quickly. The Lyca Ball's watching him, but Roshan's only in half of his life points. So it's a little bit easier just to get in there and take him out. He'll need a little bit more mana if he wants to play around then. And Solo's getting close to it towards his level 6. Urn being picked up. Silent now going to be initiated on Meepo. Extra poofs on the way, coming in from the extra other Meepos, and that's a lot of damage with the double edge, as well as the 2 hero poofs. Now to pick up the kill, Resolution was looking for a kill there on the Shadow Shaman again as the Wolves just want to battle up. Ouija 6 ends up just stealing one of them. How quickly they turn their allegiance. But J4 is still getting harassed down by one of the Wolves. And the Enchantress, she holds on to that Wolf too, even if Lycan resummons them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That Wolf, I believe, does remain alive because now it's under the control of the Enchantress. Yeah, there goes your resummon. The Wolf remains up. It stays true to the Enchantress timing now. While Resolution, well, J4, he thought he could battle this one. The Hex is gone. He has already lost one of the Wolves here, Resolution. And triggered the ultimate out. Not one of the greatest positions in the world, but when he's got Silent and Always Want to Fly coming up behind him, he's feeling a lot more confident. The Wolf just keeps beating into J4. This Shaman can't find any kind of joy. While Silent, well, turn on the flag cannon. The bonus damage, or at least the way the damage is inflicted, is able to flood out to the Shadow Shaman, so he does finally go down. While Solo, the Meepo's right behind him, but that's also Solo with okay, he'll steal the Earthbind. He's got level 6 already over on this Rubik. So getting extra abilities coming in. And the Earthbind's actually probably the one he didn't really want to search for. It's a nice controlling mechanism. But the primary thing you always search for is Stampede. If you can get it, Hoof Stomp once you got your Blink Dagger. Mass Serpent Wards are the other thing, would be the other thing you put up right next to Stampede. Both are as great as the other. And now Resolution's on the run over too. Gonna get Static linked up at the moment. Moon. Yeah. There's still a little bit of damage, 112 points. Obviously that's a little bit for a Razor. He's just trying to finish up his mech. Lycan also with 1,400 gold. Interested to see what he wants to go to. Meepo, Earthbind, not going to be enraged. Now Solo, pick up, throw down. The Earthbind actually catching 2 of them out. They couldn't just keep running in. And now with the call down, Charshlo, he's in way too deep. Not to mention the fact that Solo, halfway through that, he threw an Earthbind, he kept the control up. That's why he grabbed Cheshire Cat and not the Meepo then. It's because he wanted to stop him before the hoof stomp went off. Rubik is one of the greatest heroes to go up against a hero like Centaur, because Centaur basically, without a Blink Dagger, he has to run himself into the fights, which means Rubik early on should get the Stampede every single time, unless Centaur is going to hoof stomp the ground after he Stampedes, which he will not do. Same with Double Edge, you won't do it until you hit your target, which means you've got to have a good run, and that's when Rubik can pounce and take all your great abilities. Ooh, Solo. Not the position he wants to be in. He does at least have 2 Urn charges, and will finish up a full Magic Wand. But he needs to get the Arcane Boots up as well. And that's not just for him. In fact, I think he's going to probably be one of the only few guys. You get it over and Always Want to Fly as well. He doesn't need to, but he can. The main important thing for Always Want to Fly is just having mana for his Ice Blast when he needs to. And he can get other items which will help him out with that. Cheshire Cat's coming in to look in towards Roshan. No one's farming it up right now. At least not the Lycan. And maybe they do now. Mag smoked up. Ouija sick, the nearest one. Chilling Touch bonus damage already up, and he leaves himself a very long way in. The Centauroli is still there in the hands of the Rubik. That's why the movement speed was very high. They bring down the Enchantress army. And now Cheshire Cat comes out too. They've still got this Blink Dagger over on the Bat Rat. I'm surprised he didn't just go for the Enchantress. Looks like she wasn't the target they wanted. And Resolution's now coming in towards that mid-tier one. They want this thing dead. And with the extra wolves, oh, they go 4-5 for the moment. While the wolves tank up the tower. Shifting the aggro nicely for Resolution, so the wolves will survive to fight another day and life leech back up to full life. Bottom tower's being harassed up a little bit, but right now Team Empire, they're 1 tower up. It's 5-5, 14 minutes in. Their golden experience is coming up. I'm not really seeing the power of the Meepo just yet. Obviously, you're still going to need him to get a Blink Dagger. And I should actually take it back. It's Naganim Scepter. That's why the point booster is there. So, make myself look like a fool. As saying it's going to be a Skadi. Straight Aghanim Scepter. They can get all the way up. Now the Earthbind's been thrown out. Solo. Well, he's still double edge this time around. Not exactly what he's searching for, but when this kind of stuff happens, it is effective. I wonder if J4's actually used any other ability since he cast those Mass Serpent Wards. Because they're there inside the pit, and Solo's probably watching it pretty closely. But the Mass Serpent Wards are actually helping Team Empire at this point. They mopped up, in fact, Silence farming it up from up on the high ground. And the cooldown's available. The Central is going to be used. Resolution uses his and Solo. A pick up, a throwdown. He double edges. He basically kills himself for that one. But the Enchantress is awarded the kill for that. And Mag, the Firefly's all over the pit. Flame breaking him around. And the Wolves are on the back of We Just Sick. The Enchantress burning. The Ice Blast on the way up. And it's a perfect position. It's going to connect perfectly on him. As the Meepo also being chilled up. Moon and Cheshire Cat. Add them all to that pile. And Resolution wants to finish up what he started roughly 5-10 minutes ago. And that's the Roshan. Plasma Field into Mag. He's still stuck up on the tree line. The cooldown, we're going to bide that space. The Earthbind able to catch in Mag. He's got a Blink Dagger available, but he's going to hold on to it as Resolution takes the Aegis the Immortal. And instantly they just retreat themselves back up again. Maybe Resolution won't be as lucky, however. The Aegis Immortal might be triggering right now. He doesn't have his ultimate form, but the rest of the team is coming in, and they may pay the price here, Power Rangers, for bringing him down. There's no cooldown available. The Ice Blast, it connects on J4 with the Rocket Barrage, taking away a lot of his life points, and now the Flag Cannon turns on. Silent, actually finding from in the tree line, dishing out a lot of damage. A secondary Rocket Barrage going into We Just Sick. Only the Meepo to survive at the moment. The Lycan did end up going down again. Looks like they actually killed him before the armlet was able to arrive. But Silence loving this, and Shashlo, there's a quick little poof away to safety. He has himself the full Aghanims now up, 16 minutes into the game. But his team just lost so much for that. They lost Roshan, and they lost one hell of a fight. Which means that you look towards the key items of Team Empire. Mag already has his Blink Dagger available, but we'll start up into the 4-staff. Always gonna fly. Main thing was just level 6, but he's got 1300 gold as well. So he can build into a 4-staff, or potentially could also go into a Yule Scepter, which is a very nice thing to go up against a Centaur. And Solo, he has the Urn. Not a lot more to speak of considering his 4 deaths, but he's still got another 900 gold in the bank account. While Resolution goes for what I love this build. He was actually one of the first people I saw it on. Doesn't mean he was the person who invented it, but still.
Radiant's middle tower
I credit him for, during the age of the Necro Unit Lycans, he just decided to get this armlet and say, you know what? Real men know how to fight, and you get early items that allow you to do so. More than just waiting 20 minutes before you get your full Necro Book level 3 up and running. Now Sentry Wars drop. Hex will start pretty quickly, but in comes the Lycan, but maybe he'll go straight back out again. The Ice Blast hits on Cheshire Cat. He needs just one paw swipe, and he got it. So the Centaur will go down. Shashlo blinks himself in, but Silent turns up the heat. And he comes in perfectly. Moon trying to steal the damage, and Silent doesn't really seem to care. It's a triple kill for Resolution. He got hit by the plasma field, but he's regenerating up with the bottle charges. His only form will wear off. He's trying to armlet toggle his way to freedom out of this too. With always on a fly just around the corner, Moon cannot push any further. And Team Empire looking damn good. While on bottom lane, Solo's just pushing him out by himself. Centaur will be the man to come in. There's no mana really to speak of here for Solo. He's got Plasma Field available, but that's not really what he needs to survive this. He needs space, and that's exactly what he's going to get. Centaur is still on cooldown, and she turned around to attack him, and this is the reason why. The Ice Blast actually on the way in here. It's going to hit both Cheshire Cat as well as We Just Sick. And Cheshire Cat, he's dropping low. We just think to go drag it back in the fire and the flames. Think Mag realized he wouldn't actually catch up to the Centaur, and maybe actually did the calculations too. We just think it's burning inside the Firefly. The Firefly will now wear off, and actually the Enchantress sprites keep him alive. J4 arriving just in the nick of time.
I was fond of them.
At the same time, well, Lycan dying on the top lane to the Meepo. Is that a Blink Dagger already up for him? No. Must have just caught him out of position while now Silent staring down up against the Meepo. There's a lot more coming in. But the call downs, the Rocket Barrage. Oh, Meepo! What are you doing? I'm guessing a little bit of missed micro. You meant to poof the Meepo back in order to continue to farm. I got a funny feeling he just grabbed the aggro and didn't realize his Meepo wasn't turning around. Now Solo's in trouble. Shadow Shaman, easy run in. He'll go for the shackles as well. Gyro kills off the Centaur in the meantime. So maybe that was a double purpose ultimate. Solo trying to buy some space here. But he's got Earn Charges negative and positive both going off here.
Dire's top tower
And Centaur died up on the top lane. And Silent's back into farming and pushing. He's got a lot of money on this gyrocopter. 140 CS, sitting at 12,300 net worth this early on. Even before we hit the 20-minute mark. And to pick up a Yasha and probably soon to be a full Manta Style with his BKB, with the Helm of the Dominator and the Magic Wand and the Phase Boots. This Gyro is rolling in it. And rightly so when you're 616. Not to mention the early tower god really does help out.
Top tower is under attack.
Helps it even more when you give him that bonus damage.
Are fortified.
Oh, they have to fortify. The Ice Blast coming in for anyone who's daring to hold off. And Mag, well, he sees Moon coming in from the side. The Earthbind from Sharshlo going to miss, and Cheshire Cat, no ulti available. However, he does get the double hoof stomp. They have to turn. The cooldown will go, and Silent will make the space created. And with the Wolves on the front lines and the flag cannon damage, Moon dropping down very, very low. These sprites again from We Just Sick, giving PR stayability, which you wouldn't really be expecting from them this early on. And the rest of Empire just back up. Resolution, he's wanting to get this BKB. And now just a recipe away from having it. And this money is rolling in. Experience is just below 10k. The gold is just over 10k for Empire. What a way to love life if you're Team Empire in this game. Man's got to look for an opening. Silent. Well, they see Moon, and there's no reason why he can't just blink and lasso. So far, Mag's been really hesitant with this, but they got an Observe Ward a little bit further up the lane, so they can see exactly what's going on. They'll take the Plasma Field damage, and the Ice Blast came a little late, but it doesn't really matter. You keep bringing down the Razor. You're delaying his next big item. The Meepo is still finding a decent amount, but not enough that you can really say the Meepo is going to be a big influence in this match. Not yet, at least. Then Solo, steal ability. Double edge again. Not what he wants. He's also going to die for this steal. Meepo, J4 with a shackle. Actually, it's going to be 3 Meepos coming in for that one. You're a little overconfident there, the Rubik, thinking he was all alone. Rightly so. Considering Silence is going to take the top tower and just run himself away, while the bottom lane, Resolution's getting ready to push out down here. The tier 2 tower's already got 1/3 of his life points. The Ice Blast coming towards middle lane. We Just Sick out to get himself out of range in time. And Silent will now TP himself back to farm up the Mass Serpent Wards. It's really easy money for him. He's got 5,000 gold on this guy. He doesn't even have to go in for just the Manta Style. He can go for something bigger. If he wants to rush up a Butterfly, he potentially could do that too.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Now the mid-tier 1 tower can be denied by the Bat Rider. So a little bit of money coming the way of Power Rangers, but that's only the 2nd tower of Team Empire that has been lost. So Power Rangers in a really, really good position.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, Moon's going to come into the middle lane to defend. Silent. He spent a little bit of his money. And that's actually going to be on an SMY. There's a fresh BKB on the Courier as well for Resolution as it comes up the mid. Well, Silent also get, okay, so he gets the SMY and the Eagle Song. A straight Butterfly didn't make as much sense because he wouldn't have had as much life points as he would require to survive the initial burst damage. Yeah, turn the Courier around. the initial burst damage of either the Meepo and the Centaur, let alone both together. So if he can survive it and then turns on the flag cannon, the lifesteal will take care of the rest. Resolution's got an invis rune, so he's having a bit of a looky around, and they got J4. Big hero to bring down too. There's no mass serpent wards for him, but he's the primary controller for Power Rangers. Outside the Earthbind as well as Hoofstomp. They need his shackles as well as Hex. But Empire coming high ground now. And always want to fly. Chilling Touch is still available for his entire team. Surprised he's actually not buffing him up so they can just get rid of this damn tower. And Hoofstomp, 3 heroes. The double edge, it only hits on solo. The Ice Blast connects over on Ouija 6 and Resolution. Well, he's getting himself out of range of Moon, so he just stops giving over damage. Plasma Field damage only connects on Mag. The top lane is still being forced out by the Meepo, so he's trying to be in multiple places at once. And they will take this tier 2 tower in the top lane. The question is, can Power Rangers actually get any kind of collateral damage? Hoofstomp, double edge, but Silent turns on the BKB and flag cannon. They're waiting for PR to come out this fast. They can get the collateral kills. 3 heroes on the sideline. The Meepo can't keep the pressure going in the top. The Lycan is injured. He's walked all the way back home for now. But you still got a little bit of chip damage. You can do this tier 3 tower. If not, do that. Force a buyback coming out from the Razor. They need his Plasma Field to clean up the creep wave. But Team Empire won't. They won't get too greedy. They just want to back themselves off. The drum charges, the Earthbind, not possible. 4-star away. Blink daggers as well. The Meepos. Oh, there's your static link to get to start off. Flame Break, buying some space. Fireflies through the tree line. And the Earthbinds are well off target. And very difficult to track the Batrider once he starts going up and down the terrain. Especially if you're a Meepo who does have a Blink Dagger. But he's only got 1 jump in him. That's how he's able to catch up a little bit closer before. Now for Roshan. Meepo will jump himself in. Where's that Ice Blast? The Wolf's looking for it. And the Ice Blast is going to come in. The Mass Serpent Wards have also been committed. Look how deep Cheshire Cat's inside the pit. He was worried about this too. And now Silent with a call down. The Meepo very quickly to get himself away. Proves up to the high ground. And he got Cheshire Cat just sitting in the trees where he believes it's safe. The Mass Serpent Wards are still killing off Roshan for now, but Resolution. Only forms available. In comes Silent. And you'll see Roshan killed by the Dire side. And the Aegis the Immortal. Well, it's Silent with a double killing streak. The Aegis Immortal is just sitting inside the pit. And they just called GG. The Mass Serpent Wards could have denied this up at any point. But it's actually Solo's Mass Serpent Wards which are sitting on the deck. Hence no denial. He'll grab the Aegis. But it's GG for game number 1. Team Empire never really felt like they lost control of that game. Even when there's a couple of kills going the way of Power Rangers on the aggro tri-lane. It just felt like the control was always there. The Batrider wasn't really getting too phased. He was nowhere near as shut down as the Centaur. The Centaur took a little bit too long to come online. The Enchantress was the person who was doing most of the damage during the early engagements and keeping them alive. But as I said before at the very start of our draft, Team Empire do not back down. They keep the pressure on. And because of that, these lineups which come up just a little bit later are not really as effective up against them. So for now, we'll have ourselves a short break and we'll be back here for our final game of the night for the D2CL live stream.